Welcome back to the Sober Sofa. My name is Shanti Patty Owen. I am your host for this channel where we discuss all topics related to addiction and sobriety. I was an 80s model, stay-at-home mom, was a legal secretary for 6 or 7 years, and for the last 8 years, I have been working in the addiction recovery field as a sober coach and a sober companion. Today's video is Diddy and Cassie. Sex and love addicts? I definitely went through a period with my ex where I was very angry with him because I felt that he groomed me all along the way in the relationship to get me into that lifestyle. I am a sex addict, love addict, an alcoholic, a compulsive gambler, and a debtor. If you don't know, Diddy is on trial for sex trafficking and racketeering, and Cassie was his girlfriend of 10 years. They have been not in a relationship for many years, and she has been on the witness stand for several days discussing their tumultuous relationship. The reason that I want to talk about Diddy and Cassie is because I can personally relate to this chaotic, destructive relationship. I was once in a relationship for 5 years with a sex addict. I was the love addict. I also identify as a sex addict, but for me, my sex addiction only kicked in when I was single. When I was in a romantic relationship, I was the love addict. Now, the relationship I had with this man was not nearly as intense as the relationship with Diddy and Cassie, but it had many of the same elements. So first, let me discuss very briefly what a sex addict is. Many of you probably know it's somebody who is addicted to sex. Although sex addicts have different ways of acting out. A sex addict might prefer to have sex with a human in real time. Then there's sex addicts who prefer fantasy, and they are addicted to pornography. I'm just giving you a very brief overview. A love addict is addicted to romantic relationships. And in the same way, we love addicts can be addicted to a real human in real time, but we can also be addicted to a fantasy relationship, one that never consummates, one that is never real, but we hope one day it will be. I also think it's important to discuss the correlation between sex addiction and narcissism. And I can discuss it from me personally. So when I wasn't in a romantic relationship and I was acting out sexually, I really didn't care too much about who I hurt. And many men fell in love with me, but all I was interested in was sex. And I hurt many people. Not all sex addicts have narcissistic tendencies or are narcissists, and not all narcissists have sex addiction, but they have a lot of similarities. So I want to discuss this especially so you can see in the relationship with Diddy and Cassie. Now, narcissists are very manipulative, and there's nobody more easy to manipulate than a young woman. So Cassie was 19 when she met Diddy, who was 37. I don't know, she was so young, how many romantic relationships did she have before Diddy? But my guess is she probably had these love addiction tendencies, or she wouldn't have stayed with Diddy for 10 years. What a narcissist will do, especially a narcissistic sex addict, is when they come into the relationship, they love bomb their subject with romantic gestures, expounding their love and commitment, flowers, restaurants. In the case of Diddy, he was very famous and wealthy. I'm sure he romanced her with private jets, private islands, wonderful, wonderful bombings. And as a love addict, wow, we're just like, wow, they really, really love me. And Cassie was in a very abusive relationship with Diddy. From what I heard in the trials, the transcripts from the trials, because there were no video cameras allowed in the courts, that the devaluation phase started not too long after the beginning. So what a narcissist will do at the beginning is they will love bomb you, and then they will slowly start to pull away and devalue you. So it could look like they spend 2 weeks straight with you, and then all of a sudden you're used to communicating or seeing them every day, and they just disappear for 5 days. And the love addict is left in her abandonment issues. Oftentimes, love addicts have an anxious attachment style, which is what I have when I'm in a romantic relationship. And when I'm not, when I'm flip into my sex addict, I have an avoidant attachment style. I'm like, I don't want you. I don't want you. Listen, she fell in love with one of the most famous people in the entertainment industry. How could you not be love bombed? How do you leave somebody? I don't doubt that she was in love with him and wasn't using him. But the other I cannot say is true. I do believe that Diddy was completely using her. He talks about these freak offs, which Cassie said was at least twice a month with these sex parties. I mean, they call them freak offs, they're sex parties. I know because I was there. I had a relationship with someone for 5 years and he wasn't happy unless we were going to a swinger party or a private swinger event or a sex party, however you want to couch it. He wanted to have group sex. I did not, but my love addict couldn't lose him. I could not swim in my abandonment issues. I just couldn't do it. So I kept saying yes when I really wanted to say no. I definitely went through a period with my ex where I was very angry with him because I felt that he groomed me all along the way in the relationship to get me into that lifestyle that I didn't want to be in. But who was I really angry with? I was angry with myself. I did not have the ability to say no. My love addict was running the show. What both sex addicts and love addicts need the most is to get treatment, because without treatment, these patterns will not abate. I have to be grateful for that relationship I had because I finally saw the truth about my sex and love addiction, and I did get help. That was in 2012, thank God. So if any of you have any questions about love addiction, sex addiction, abuse, narcissism, feel free to contact me via email at sobersofa@gmail.com, or you could leave a message in the chat. Actually, those questions and statements helps everybody. So if you have the courage to do so, I would really greatly appreciate that. And of course, as always, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I want to say a lot of people are afraid to subscribe to my channel because maybe they're afraid if they get linked with my channel, they're going to be known as an addict of some sort. But not everybody who subscribes to this channel has addiction issues. A lot of them have loved ones who have addiction issues, and I'm very happy to talk on any subject you would like to discuss with me. Also, in addition to thanking you for subscribing to my channel, hitting the bell notifications and thumbs up to my videos, and forwarding my videos to anybody you think this could help. And I so look forward to seeing you back at the Sober Sofa.